I just made pronoun bracelets, and I would like to explain them. This one stands for he, him, so green and blue, more masculine colors, I guess. This one stands for she, her, so pink and purple, more feminine colors. And then this one stands for they, them, and it's yellow and orange, which are like gender-neutral colors. When I wear this one, it means that I just go by they, them. When I wear these two together, it means I go by she, them. When I wear these together, it means I go by he, them. When I wear all of them, it means that I go by all pronouns. And when I wear these together, it means that I go by she, him. I'm gonna wear them all right now because I go by all pronouns right now. My pronoun, preference has changed 3 times today. This does not happen very often with me, but I'm wearing all 3 right now.
Gender euphoria, the best way I can describe that is fully recognizing yourself, seeing yourself the way you want to be perceived. So a lot of people, when they get top surgery for the first time, they're going to feel a lot of gender euphoria because they're seeing themselves, as they want to be perceived. So for people like me who want to be perceived as more of a thing than a person, doing stuff like this, intense makeup or clown makeup, that's obviously going to make me feel gender euphoria because I feel like myself. I feel like I recognize myself.
Welcome back to What's That Sexuality? Today's sexuality is trixic. Now, trixic is actually quite complex, especially since it's a new term. The basic definition is a non-binary person, no matter their orientation, who is attracted to women. But it's not always an exclusive attraction. The opposite of trixic is toric, which is the same thing except attraction to men. Now, someone who is trixic can also identify as a non-binary lesbian or feminomoric, though feminomoric is an exclusive attraction to females, the opposite of which is virimoric. The reason trixic or toric is so new is because the term non-binary is so new. It's also the reason why it's not very well known. Trixic flag contains the colors yellow, pink, magenta, and purple. The toric flag contains the colors purple, lighter purple, blue, green, and dark green. I hope you guys learned something and have a wonderful day.
Whiteness is rooted in patriarchal and sexual violence, and the entire cultural lineage of anyone considering themselves to be white trash is abuse. We were not taught how to abuse, we were shown how to abuse, and it is our job to unlearn that. Built into the fabric of my poor, white, single mother's DNA is generations of trauma, abuse, abandonment, and neglect. She was raised by racists. Her mother was beaten by a white man. Her mother was beaten by a white man. Great-great-grandfather shot and killed himself because he was cheating on his wife. Whiteness was created as a social mechanism through patriarchy and colonialism. We were not taught cultural traditions or spirituality. We were just taught how to survive. And for a lot of us, that survival was rooted in racism and sexism. And any poor white mother can tell you about it. Hurt people hurt people.
I made a really loud, yelly video about this, but I decided I will approach this in a more calm but stern manner. A lot of the people using kitty and pup and bunny self-pronouns are neurodivergent minors. It is a very common neurodivergent experience to feel a disconnect from being human and from the societal expectation of the gender you were assigned at birth. So when you have this intersection of feeling a disconnect from being human and a disconnect from the societal expectation of gender, whether you're neurodivergent or not, a lot of people have this experience who are neurodivergent. It's just very common with neurodivergent people. When this intersects, you get noun self pronouns and animal noun self pronouns. If you are not comfortable using someone's pronouns because you assume it's kink for some weird ass reason, don't interact with them and just shut up about it.
How is eating meat racist? I'll gladly tell you. Looks like we've got an oppressor on our hands. So, during slavery times, slaves did not get to eat the same things as their masters. They got the scraps that no one wanted. Chitterlings. Now that black people have overcome slavery, they developed a rich barbecue culture to make up for all the meat eating that they lost out on. So when you go to the store and you buy a piece of meat as a white person, you are actively taking away a piece of meat that could be being enjoyed by a survivor of ancestral slavery. Eating meat is not only racist, but it's also anti-Semitic. During the Holocaust, Jews did not get to eat meat in labor camps. They ate potato soup, which would spill on their bodies, burning them and giving them infections. Now, Jew survivors eat a lot of meat. Brisket. Just let them have that. Stop appropriating.
Donald Trump had nothing to do with these vaccines. He can barely tie his shoes, the f*** you mean? Warp Speed was a business deal. It's time for y'all to just get real and not be praising people for just doing their job. Seriously, you guys, what? Listen, any sitting president would have done that exact same business deal that he did, so y'all need to stop praising that dingus for Operation Warp Speed, which was literally the same exact thing whoever was in office was going to have to sign and or do. It was just a deal he made with the vaccine companies. He had nothing to do with making the vaccine. He had nothing to do with getting it to us any faster than anyone else would have. Calm the f*** down. No, I'm not thanking a Republican for the shot in my arm. I'm not. I'm thanking scientists and doctors. It was a global effort, by the way, that was started over 10 years ago when this first SARS outbreak happened. They're not new.
Governor Abbott has just lifted the mandatory mask mandate in the entire state of Texas. Now businesses are back at 100% capacity. So when there's a giant spike in our country, you're gonna know exactly who to blame. You can say don't mess with Texas all you want. You know who can mess with Texas? The wrath of God. Viruses don't care about your weird state pride. Get over it.
So not all men is trending. I'm gonna say it. Yes, all men. And why do I say all men? Because the patriarchy has taught us to be misogynistic and sexist as part of our culture. They're in control of that. Even women are taught to self-oppress. And women undo that at an early age because, well, we live it. We live that oppression. We live with the fear of never being safe, no matter where we are. And it's even scarier for women of color or trans women. So, yes, all men, because you guys need to hold each other accountable in moments when no one else is there. You are the first line of defense in this. We need you to hold each other accountable. Because the men who make jokes about us, that say bad things, those are the men who go on to harass and kill and rape us.
Nobody needs you to advocate for how difficult it is to use gender-neutral pronouns. Nobody said that the gender binary was easy. These are not my preferred pronouns. These are my pronouns. You will use them, or you will not refer to me. At all. If you misgender me by mistake, fix it and move on. I don't need your elaborate apology. I don't care how many times you say sorry. Just don't do it again. Moreover, if someone else misgenders me, it is never your job to tell them that it's okay. 'Cause it isn't. I get it. The discussion of the gender spectrum confuses you, and that's fine. But if you don't know anything about it, don't speak on it.
Legally have to give me a month.
No, I don't, because you haven't paid one brown penny.
I'm not obligated to, and I can't afford to.
Guess what? Doesn't matter.
You can't just tell me I have 2 weeks to find somewhere!
You've had over a month. And
no, I haven't!
Look, you have done nothing but dig your heels in and try and make me feel bad about your...
No, I haven't! I've been trying to educate you!
No, your education is brainwashing.
No, it's not! You just won't listen to me!
No, I'm not going to listen to this crap. Now you talk...
I have schizophrenia!
I don't care what you have. I don't. It doesn't mean we live in squalor. And it doesn't mean you're a bully.
I'm not even a bully! You literally detonate me,